Hello, friends. Welcome to Writing the Sacred Part 2. How is your quarantine going? Well, mine is going okay. Got one computer. 3 people need to use it. Makes things interesting. The wife's got an iPad. The school district only works at schools. Half the time. Half the time works here. It's very interesting. It's a whole process. Anyway, the world, 2 interesting facts. The world is going through a global traumatic experience. All over the world with this virus. Also, globally, we all came together to confront it. That's cool and that's powerful. What I see in that is a God who calls us. In the situation we're in the life we're in the moment we're in, calls us to respond. Calls us to make the world better. This is Writing the Sacred Part 2. In a moment we will do the next section. As always, as before I guess, on YouTube, watch the video. Please put your poem in the comments. I want to see what you're coming up with. All right. It begins. So we're doing Psalms of Thanksgiving today. The chapter is actually Thanksgiving and Praise, and that's a lot to cover in a short video without being too long and be overwhelming. Let's keep it simple. Let's do praise. And why praise? Of the 2 categories there, why did I choose that? Well, that's interesting. Crazy eyes for me again, sorry. Because we turn on the news and we see the body count. That's why. We're stuck at home. Restaurants aren't open. Some of us, our jobs don't exist currently. They're in limbo. Or like my wife, working at a public school. Will she see her students again? Will there be a summer school for her to work at? Will there be a rest of this school year after the original month that we're supposed to have off? We don't know. Right? So there's uncertainty. So maybe when things get uncertain, it's like gratitude list, right? You write your 5 things that you're grateful for. Maybe taking a moment to praise or be thankful is not the thing we do on the easy days, it's the thing we do with the hard days to remind ourselves that even when things are hard, there's a pandemic, the bills are due, the kids are grumpy, even then, we can say thank you. So, Ray McGinnis says that Psalms of Thanksgiving have a number of features common to most other Psalms, and I'll put up a screen in a second. They address God, they praise God, they mention where and how thanks is given to God, and they describe what God has done for individuals or for the community. They contain a list of thanks or of the recalled deeds of God. They invite others to give thanks to God, and they offer a plea to God. An example here, let's take a look, is Psalm 138, 1-8. And I'll put that up in a second also. I give you thanks, O God, with my whole heart. Before the gods I sing your praise. I bow down toward your holy temple and give thanks to your name. For your steadfast love and your faithfulness. For you have exalted your name and your word above everything. On the day I called, you answered me. You increased my strength of soul. All the rulers of the earth shall praise you, O God, for they have heard the words of your mouth. They shall sing of the ways of God, for great is the glory of God. For though God is high, God regards the lowly, but the haughty God perceives from far away. Though I walk in the midst of trouble, you preserve me against the wrath of my enemies. You stretch out your hand, and the mighty hand delivers me. God will fulfill God's purpose for me. Your steadfast love, O God, endures forever. Do not forsake the work of your hands. Wow. I walk in the midst of trouble, and you preserve me. Your steadfast love, O God, endures forever. That'll preach. That'll preach. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm going to put up the prompts. I'm going to put up the psalm. And then I will come back at the end with my psalm. And again, please put your own words in the comments of the video. I want to see them. I want to know what you're writing. So in the midst of all this chaos, let's give thanks. And my head is out of frame. Look at that. Hi, friends. I got some writing prompts from the book by Ray McGinnis. Behind me is my writing desk, belonging to my wife's step-grandfather. When I write, freelance, work on stories, send out stuff to publication, this is where I do it. It's a mess because there is research going on. There's a stack of magazines that's for a this little idea for an essay that's not coming together, but I'm working on it. Anyway, let's look at our writing prompts, and I will type up a screen to go after this with the prompts. Okay, how would you like to name God in your psalm? What praise or thanks can you offer to God? Comment on where or how you have given or wish to give God thanks. What comes to mind when you think about what God has done for you, your community, your nation, or the earth? List other things that would cause or inspire you to give God thanks. Who would you want to invite to join you in giving thanks to God? What plea or cry would you offer for God to hear? What trouble or adversary is behind you now? All right. My next little bit I record will be my psalm, and I hope to see yours. Thanks, guys. Thank you, God of wonder and all, for all the things I cannot control. Thank you for the sun shining and the birds singing. Thank you for my son insisting we play Roman gladiators in the backyard. Thank you. Thank you for the doctors who care. Thank you for the researchers making vaccines. Thank you. I say thank you even as my mouth finds the words difficult. Even as the body count rises. Even as politicians dither on delivering help. Thank you. Thank you for the invisible things like compassion, like the breeze on my face, a stranger shouting hello from across the street. Thank you for the invisible visibility of love. I don't know if it's enough, but I know it's enough for today.